with me. How's everybody doing today? God bless each and every one of y'all. Oh, I'm just a Sixer fan that's about to go on a long rant. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me say this: God bless everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever time you watch this video, I want to say God bless to you and your family. Keep God first. Let me talk about the Philadelphia 76ers. You know, what was the final score? I think it was 144 to 114. Lost by 30 in a game, elimination game. They were down by 19 in the first quarter against the New York Knicks. They were down by 24 at halftime. Hey, listen, as a big-time Sixer fan, you know, I do play-by-plays. I go live for every playoff game, and I'm a super optimistic fan, and I try to think outside the box when it comes to the Sixers. Even when a lot of people were saying the Sixers have no chance of being a true contender, I'm more of a outside thinker, and I don't, I go against the grain sometimes when it comes to being a Sixer fan. I go against the grain. Maybe it's just my delusional self wanting the Sixers to do so good because they haven't been good really since 2001 when they got to the finals against Shaq and Kobe. But yeah, man, that's just me being a delusional fan. Trying to think that the Sixers can be healthy enough to win a championship. And at this point, being a Sixer fan is brutal. Being a Sixer fan has been embarrassing. Shout out to Teach in the game, Teach in the building. Mike, what's up? Still a fan, but we gotta fire more. Yeah, we gotta fire everybody. Fire more and fire Nick Nurse. But shout out to you, bro. Make sure you hit the like button when you come in the building. Everybody, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And I got a lot to talk about, man. Title of the video is we gotta trade Joel Embiid. We have to trade Paul George. I don't know how we're gonna do it. Their contracts are so brutal. Joel Embiid's contract is about to start. His extension is about to start. How are you going to trade that contract? When it comes to Paul George, how can you trade that contract? Paul George's contract is brutal. Honestly, both contracts are so brutal. This can literally hold us back for another 2 years, bro. Like, I don't understand how we put ourselves in this situation with the contract. Paul George was, in my opinion, is a bigger mistake than Joel Embiid. But how do you make two big mistakes? Joel Embiid was a mistake because you gave him a contract knowing he was hurt all the time, which is stupid, right? Then you give Paul George a 4-year max when the Clippers wasn't even trying to give him a 4-year max. If Paul George was really worth that type of money, the Clippers would have gave him the money. But you give a middle-aged 35-year-old or 34-year-old that money. But it's not even just the age. It's the fact that he got hurt throughout his career, and those injuries add up. So why would you give Paul George that max? So you gave two injury-prone stars a max deal, right? So how do you make two mistakes? I get it. You might have made a mistake with Joel Embiid, right? He's a homegrown talent in Philly. But how do you make two big mistakes? So it's like, why would you even, like, because my whole thing is this. Paul George's name is bigger than his play, and I keep on saying it, and I didn't really want Paul George. I made a video saying I wasn't really rocking with Paul George to come to Philly, and he did, so I had to rock with it to a certain extent, but he doesn't seem like he cares about the game all like that. He just cares about the money, which I'm not mad at him. Shout out to Ryan in the building. Everybody hit the like button if y'all in the building. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Bro, everyone can go except Maxey and VJ. I agree with you. Clean house, everyone except VJ and Maxey. Facts. And B is untradeable unless you sell on to a team because he has 2 years left. I didn't want PG either. I'd rather had some good. Exactly. This guy gave us 7 points in an elimination game. Do you understand how bad that sounds? Even with Joel Embiid being not good, right? Joel Embiid was not good. slow. He went for a layup. He was limping after the dang on layup, y'all. Even with all that, how the heck does he score 24 points, but your guy, Paul George, scores 7 points in an elimination game? In game 3, this guy scored 15 points in the first quarter and didn't score a single point for the rest of the game. Paul George, to me, is a bigger nightmare than Joel Embiid. Because at least Joel Embiid was a homegrown player, but it was just stupid. I'm not saying no to the money. If you're going to offer me the money, I'm going to take the money. It was stupid to give Joel Embiid that money. I'm not saying it's not stupid. Daryl Morey was stupid. I'm sorry to say, call him out his name. Daryl Morey, you were stupid in your decision in giving Joel Embiid that extension. Now the only grace that we really have is this first round pick in 2026. And then, I hate to bring up Jared McCain. You give up Jared McCain for the first round pick. You don't get better. You get worse because your bench is horrible. But on top of your bench being horrible, Jared McCain is playing lights out. I think he's shooting like 80 something or 60, like 80 something percent from three. Jared McCain is looking amazing with the Thunder and might be a champion at the end of this season. And we're knocked out in the second round again. Not even close to the Eastern Conference Finals. So another season of losing. The best chance we had was in 2001, bro, with Allen Iverson. That's how far back we got to go. Even after going through the process days, drafting Ben Simmons, Markelle Fultz, etc., we're nowhere close to winning a championship. And we have two anchors that's sinking us deeper and deeper in the ocean because their contracts are so brutal, you can't do nothing with them. I think Joel Embiid's a heck of a player when he's healthy, but he ain't never healthy. And I'm tired of saying the same thing every single year. I am tired of repeating myself. When he's healthy, he's a top 5 player, but he's never healthy. I'm so over it. I'm ready to move on. I don't have nothing bad to say. I'm not going to say Joel Embiid isn't a great player. Okay, he's hurt. He's still a great player when he's healthy, but I'm tired of it. He needs to go to another team. Joel Embiid needs to be traded. Honestly, I think Joel Embiid has more value than Paul George. I know that sounds crazy because you're thinking Joel Embiid can't even walk. I can almost guarantee you that Joel Embiid's value is better than Paul George's. Paul George scored 7 points, man. 7 points in an elimination game. Where's the heart at? Where's the fire to win? These dudes play soft. These dudes play like they didn't care, bro. They play like they were on vacation already. These dudes are, man. We got destroyed. Hold on. We got destroyed by the Knicks. Role players, not they stars. No, we got destroyed by their stars, though. But then they put their role players in. But it don't even matter. Role players, they're very important. Miles McBride, Jalen Brunson scored 30 points on us, I think. I don't know how many points Jalen Brunson had, but Jalen Brunson's been destroying us all series. But it doesn't even matter. Role player, star. The point is, we got destroyed. We got destroyed. Towns gave us a double-double. He had like 11 assists and like 17 points or 14 points. Like, bro, like we getting destroyed. Listen, that's why you have to have a deeper team when it comes to like, all right, if you're going to pay 3 max players, you got to make sure that you drafted better than what the Sixers did. You should have never gave Joel Embiid the max contract. You should have never gave Paul George the max. Really, it started with Joel Embiid. Who got the contract first? I think it was Joel. Was it Joel that got the contract first? I think Joel got the contract first. But how do you make 2 big mistakes? You can't pay nobody. But I'm going back to Jared McCain. So the only saving grace that we have, if it even makes any sense to even like, all right, so where are we drafting that in the 2026 NBA draft? What number are we? That's the only thing we got. It's a draft pick and hope that he turns out to be good. Because on the other hand, how can you trade Joel Embiid's contract? How can you trade Paul George's contract? You're going to have to attach a first-round pick to it to get rid of his contract? I don't know if I'm willing to do that. I don't know if I'm willing to trade a first round pick when we need that to build the team back up. We need the first round picks to build the team back up. So I keep hearing the narrative, well, you're going to have to attach a first round pick to Joel Embiid to trade his contract. So you're telling me you're going to give Joel Embiid and a first round pick to get rid of his contract? So then how are we going to rebuild our team? How can the Sixers rebuild their team? We got the Raptors are saying that Murray and Nick Nurse jobs are being evaluated by ownership. They need to be. Bro, Murray Little let Julian campaign, yes. The guy for the Spurs, yep. Just so he could sign McClung, so he could win a dunk contest in Sixers jersey. This is a true story. Yep, we're a stupid organization. Sorry, I mean to say he let to sign McClung just to do a dunk contest. It's stupid, right? I get you. 76ers have a 22nd. So we have the 22nd pick. That's not, I'm not saying you can't get a good player at the 22nd pick. That's not, I'm just saying it's very hard. You have to really evaluate everybody. Unless you're going to give up future first round picks to move up to like top 15, top 10. But just because you're the first overall pick don't mean that you're going to get a good pick. We know how that is. What did we see with Ben Simmons, y'all? What did we see with Ben Simmons? What did we see with Markelle Fultz? We drafted two first overall picks, back-to-back drafts, and they're not even on the team. So I want to say, I want Sixers fans to understand, just because you draft high doesn't mean you're going to get the right player. No matter how much the social media hypes up these players, no matter how much they say, oh, this guy's going to be a bona fide superstar, nobody really knows. I heard it all about Ben Simmons. They said Ben Simmons was going to be the next LeBron James. I even had some comparisons. People were trying to tell me in the chat, Ben Simmons is Magic Johnson. I heard people compare Ben freaking Simmons to Magic Johnson prior to drafting him. I said, no, I don't see that. I don't see that at all. I don't know what y'all got going on. I don't care that he's 6'10" with dribble and can play defense. He doesn't have he doesn't have the vision like Magic. He doesn't have, Magic worked on his jump shot. Magic, when he went to the NBA, he didn't have a midi. He worked on his midi and he developed it. Hey, listen, he don't got that it factor like Magic Johnson. I don't know what these people were thinking. So that's what I'm saying. I get it. 22nd pick isn't the best. I wish we was picking higher. But just because you pick higher does not mean that you're going to get the right player. And I'm just so freaking over this, man. I'm so over the Sixers always sucking when it counts the most. Every time we get to the playoffs, we suck. Every single time. How many years? It's been how many years since we got to the Eastern Conference Finals? That was 2001. What year are we in right now? 2026. 2026. So that's 25 years we've been sucking and losing. But you got teams that had a whole dynasty like the Spurs going against the Timberwolves right now. Had a whole dynasty. Lost Tim Duncan, lost Ginobili, Tony Parker, and multiple other players. Lost one of the greatest coaches of all time. And now the Spurs are going against another good team, by the way, with a chance to possibly beat them and go to the Western Conference Finals. What have the Sixers done in that time frame? We don't got no dynasty. We don't got no championships. The last time we won was 40-something years ago, 1983. What's the excuses, man? The Spurs, listen, man, how the heck did the Spurs rebuild so freaking quick from a dynasty? How did the Lakers got hurt, but they're about to lose LeBron James eventually. But how do the Lakers constantly get into the playoffs? How are these other teams able to the Boston Celtics, another team. They went from Paul Pierce to Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Won a championship a couple years ago. How were they able to do it? Why do the Sixers always seem to suck, man? And I'm just being honest. I'm being honestly brutal right now. I'm tired of losing. We have to start over. Everybody in the building, hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Shout out to, Sarah's in the building. Shout out to Sarah. Yeah, time to rebuild. Facts. We are pick 22, and we need a center and a 3-and-D wing and PG to mini hole. Yes, we have a lot of holes. Yeah, time to rebuild. Yup. I agree with that, Sarah. It's time to rebuild. How do you rebuild? How do you rebuild when you have a contract that just started? Joel Embiid's contract, his extension, what was that, $190 for 3 seasons? Hey, listen, $190 something for 3 seasons, and the guy can barely play. He barely can play 40 games in a regular season and hasn't played 70 games in his whole entire career. Yes, he's a heck of a player when he's healthy, but he's never healthy. I say that respectfully. I'm over this, man. I'm over the Paul George. Paul George is getting the smoke as well. Paul George is simply a giant mistake. He scored 7 points in the whole freaking game, y'all. Do y'all understand how bad that is? You're getting paid $200 million to give me 7 points in an elimination game. Podcast P, Panky P. Podcast P did not want to play for the Sixers. All he wanted was the bread, which I ain't mad at him for getting the money. But I am mad that the freaking Sixers gave him the max when we could have spread that money around and got multiple role players instead of signing a guy that does not care about winning. He does not care about winning. And shout out to the Timberwolves. I see Sarah in the building. Shout out to the Timberwolves. Timberwolves have a good chance, man. Ant-Man is one of my favorite players. Ant-Man is a freaking superstar. Y'all have a great chance. It's just bull crap, man. Bull crap. Shout out to Chris for real. So why did y'all trade Tobias Harris? Well, Tobias Harris wasn't really the best for the Sixers. He for the money that we were paying him, he wasn't being productive when we really needed him. But I'm not going to sit here and say he wasn't a good player. He's not a good player. He's a good player for the Pistons. So congrats on that. Maybe the Sixers messed up on that as well. But Tobias Harris is a solid player, man. He does have his moments where he'll give you a good 30 points or 20 points. But a lot of the times with the Sixers, he really wasn't playing that good. I'm just going to be honest with you. But I got nothing but respect for Tobias, man. Tobias is he's a good player with the Pistons. That's all that matters. Sometimes you need to go to another team to play better. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That goes for the NFL, MLB, NBA. Sometimes you have to go to a whole nother team. Yeah. We are projected to draft Isaiah Evans, a 6'6" small forward, but I want to draft, I don't know how to say his name, 7'2" center up in Eddie Murrah, 7'3", who is also an NCAA champ. Yeah, man. I don't know what we're gonna do, but as long as Daryl Morey is not the guy, I don't want Daryl Morey to be the GM. He has to get fired. Hey, man, just come join the Pistons fan base. You'll be less stressed. We play ball all year. Reason was for a home court advantage. It comes in handy as it lasted in the playoffs. Yup. Hey, we've never seen two. Yeah, I know. Timberwolves never seen it, but y'all in a way better position than we are, Sarah. Like, y'all got a heck of a team. You got a player that really has I'm not saying he's Michael Jordan, but I'll say that he has the Michael Jordan mindset, man. Like he has that mindset where he can just take over a game. He's a two-way player. He doesn't just play offense, he plays defense. And he has the Mamba mentality. He has the Michael Jordan mentality. When the game is on the line, you can give it to Ant-Man, and Ant-Man can break down anybody off the dribble, score on anybody. Super athletic. Came back from an injury, and now he's still doing just playing amazing. I got a lot of respect for him. Always had a lot of respect for him. The Spurs built their team good. Yep, that's true. That's true. Pistons turned it around with the same team in 2 years. Yeah, like people be trying to say the Sixers gotta wait. So like, listen, I'm trying to win a championship now. Like I ain't trying to wait 100 years, man. 100 years to win a championship. The Sixers I ain't never see the Sixers win a championship. That's crazy. Nobody ever thinks of the 76ers. They get forgotten about. I personally forgot they were a team until I met you. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. PG is a waste of time. Yeah, waste of money, waste of time. A said, don't worry, Sixer fans. Things will only get worse. No, 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 no. We don't want that. Ant-Man is the new generation Kobe in my. Yes, Ant-Man is a different guy. He's a different. See, they're in a good position. They like Ant-Man. No, they haven't won a championship. But then Ant-Man get the team to the Western Conference Finals like 2 times in a row. Like, it's crazy, man. And no, it's not just Ant-Man, but he's the main guy. He's the main guy. He gets the most blame. That's what happens with the superstars. He gets the most blame when they lose, and he gets the most credit when they win because he's that guy. And he's the guy that he takes full responsibility when they be losing and stuff. And he be talking, man. I like a dude that doesn't back down. He be talking to the superstars. Like, he'll talk trash. He'll back it up. I got a lot of respect for Ant-Man. Honestly, he's probably the best American player. I think he might be the best American player in the NBA. And I'm talking about even over Jason Tatum, over any American player you can name, he's above him, in my honest opinion. Ant-Man's my favorite. Oh, wow. What up, Christopher? Tobias didn't want to play for the Vikings. I said Vikings. For the Sixers. Got the Vikings on my mind. So Tobias, nah, I don't know. Ant playing hurt makes me respect. Yes, he plays hurt and he's still doing his thing. Did he not just bruise his knee? It looked like he tore his ACL or something. It looked bad on the replay. I didn't want to watch it. So for him to be able to come back and put up 30 points, I think, was it last night? Was talking trash and everything. Victor Wembanyama, I don't know what he was doing yesterday. He elbowed somebody, got ejected from the game. He got to control his emotion. I never would have thought Victor Wembanyama would have done that. Who did he elbow? I forgot. He elbowed somebody, and Victor Wembanyama got ejected for the game. I don't know. I don't know the full story because I didn't watch the game, so I don't know what happened. But all I seen was the replay of that. So I don't know if anybody was that elbowed him first. I don't know. I have no freaking clue. But I mean, goodness gracious, bro. You're one of the best players in the game. You got to control your emotions, man. Because I'm going to tell you this right now to all the Spurs fans, to all the Victor Wembanyama guys, because I like Victor Wembanyama as well. But y'all not beating the Timberwolves without him. He better keep his emotions in check. You're not beating the Timberwolves without him. So he better stay in the game. Keep his mind right. Who you got winning the Pistons and Cavs? You know what? I honestly got the Pistons winning. I would love to see the Pistons go against the New York, but I'm going to keep it real with you. As a Sixer fan, just my opinion, I might be wrong because I'm wrong a lot about the Sixers. I got New York beating the Pistons in the Eastern Conference Finals. I got New York beating the Cavs. Don't even matter. If the Cavs somehow win this series, well, I'm not going to say somehow because the Cavs have a good team. If the Cavs beat the Pistons, I got New York still winning that series. And I got whoever comes out the West, I got them winning the championship. Phillies coming to the playoffs, so in the 76ers personally. Yup, that's true. I'm low-key disappointed in the Sixers fandom and team. Let Knicks come in to take over. Yeah, you know what, though? I'm going to keep it real with you, bro. I just feel like the Sixers fan base, I was listening to Stephen A. Smith, and I kind of actually agree with what he's saying. Like, a lot of Sixer fans are not believing in this team. They think it's a joke. They think this team is all talk, no bark. They're not about their life. And what I mean by that is, yes, we have talented players. We have Tyrese Maxey. We have VJ Edgecombe. But the construction of the team, when you sign a max, you give Paul George a max. He's not the same Paul George when he was with the Pacers. When you give Joel Embiid a 3-year contract extension for over $190 million, he's always hurt. What sense does that make for your organization So I feel like Sixer fans really just like, all right, first of all, it's easy to get to Philly from New York. It's right there, right next to each other, right? Pennsylvania, New York is right there. So it's easy for them to come to the games. But second, I really feel like Sixer fans are trying to just like, they think that they're pretenders. Pretenders. They're pretenders. They're not contenders. Flyers got swept, yeah. Sixers didn't stand a chance. I'm sorry. Yeah, you ain't lying. Yes, hit that like button, y'all. Can I get 10 likes? Can I get 10 likes, y'all? Can I get 10? Can I get 10 likes, y'all? But yeah, in order for the Sixers to move on and win a championship, they're going to have to get rid of Joel Embiid and Paul George. I don't know how that's possible. I don't know what they're going to do to like accomplish that. But I'll tell you one thing, they're not winning anything with two stars that are not playing. They're not playing, and then when they do play, they're not consistent enough to win a championship. Joel Embiid could barely walk sometimes. Like, I love Joel Embiid's game when he's healthy. But like I said, he's never healthy. He's never healthy. So what the heck are we doing? What's the definition of insanity? What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing, keep on doing the same thing, expecting a different result, but then you keep on doing it. So we can't run this team back. We cannot. Listen, we have to make some moves. We have to make some trades. I don't know how we're going to do it. What team is desperate enough to take Joel Embiid's contract? What team is desperate enough to take Paul George's contract? Hey, listen, somebody got to be desperate. I don't know who it's going to be. Is it the Warriors? Is it the Heat? Who is it going to be? Because we're not winning a dang thing with Joel Embiid and Paul George. And I say that respectfully because I like both players. I like Joel Embiid. I don't mess with Paul George like that. Yes, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, y'all. We're going live for Eastern Conference Finals, the Western Conference Finals, and the NBA Finals. Old school play-by-play with the scoreboard and everything. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm so close to getting my first 1,000 subs on this channel. So I want to say thank you for all the support. Everybody that's subscribed already, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Bro, Embiid said yesterday they finally figured out his knee so he can play more games. I'm so done. Nah, I think the worst comment was Joel Embiid said that it was a success. They didn't, you know what I mean? They didn't think he would play, or they didn't think they would be where they were at. I think I got it wrong, but anything, when you say success in Sixers and you combine both, it doesn't make sense. Sixers and success doesn't make any sense to me. So what is successful about the Sixers, Joel Embiid? Even beating Boston, yes, they are the biggest rival in Sixer history. Julius Erving versus Larry Bird. Allen Iverson versus Paul Pierce. Bill Russell versus Wilt Chamberlain. I get it. You beat them in a 7-game series. You was down 3-1. I get it. You beat all the odds. You beat them. But what's the point of beating the Celtics and then getting swept by another rival in the New York Knicks? What's the ultimate goal? To just get to the second round? I thought the ultimate goal was to win a championship. Why would it be a success? Why would you say it was successful? Sixers and success does not make sense. You can't combine the two. You can't combine the two. It don't flop either. Yeah, listen, I'm not saying I want him to flop, but listen, play the game at this point. You trying to get to listen, I ain't saying I want him to flop, but if he's not getting the calls, he might need to do a little extra. I'm not saying to change his game, but man, him Ant-Man and there's a couple players that don't flop. Ant-Man, I don't think Tyrese Maxey flops either. It's a couple other players, but I'm not saying to change his game, but Ant-Man's such a good player, man. I don't know. He threw his elbow into Nasri. Why'd he do that? Oh, he was hugging him. Some dude tried to claim Nasri was flopping. on that elbow. Man, you got hit by a dang on elbow. That's brutal. That's brutal. Hey, listen, I ain't gonna sit here and lie though, Sarah. If I got elbow like that, I might do a little bit of acting as well. You wanna know why? Because what's the biggest thing about going against a opponent? To get in their head. And for him to throw the elbow on national TV, you got in his head. He connected with the elbow, right? So I'm gonna be on the ground a little bit longer. Because hey, listen, get him out the game. He gonna have to, listen, every action has a consequence. Every action like that has a consequence. So what was the consequence? Him getting ejected, was a technical foul 2, ejected out the game, and that gave the Timberwolves a better chance to win that game. You know what I mean? Getting their best player in that type of mindset where he has to throw an elbow is a win for the Timberwolves. When you get in people's heads, and you make them throw elbows, even in football, you get in their head, oh, you suck, you ain't about, you can't do, you're not this and that and the third, and you get in their head, they start doing boneheaded stuff. Super chat, baby. Super chat, baby. Russell Ware, what's good with you, bro? Salute to what's going on. Salute to you, Mike. 8 been over in a minute. Busy working, but I see you got monitor. Oh, thank you, bro. That's, oh, crap. Oh. That's good. Your channel growing, but your Sixers is done and my Spurs lost. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much for the super chat, bro. God bless to you. Thank you so much. Yes, I just recently got monetized on this channel, and I appreciate all the support, man. Thank you so much again for the super chat. Yeah, man, my Sixers are definitely done. Yeah, Sixers are definitely done. But yeah, you know, when you get the top dog in their head, and that goes for anything. Let me say this real quick, man. You know why people really feared, I don't want to say feared, but I'll say feared when it comes to Michael Jordan, right? Michael Jordan would get in people's heads. The man would make up stuff and say, and talk to someone and say, I heard you was talking about my mom, or I heard you was saying this about me. And the opponent would say, I don't know what you're talking about, MJ. And he will use that as motivation and he'll destroy people. The opposite can happen as well. You can talk trash to somebody, right? And make that opponent start, doing things that's uncharacteristic of that. It's just uncharacteristic. I never seen Victor Wembanyama get in his head like that, bro. I don't know what they said to him. I might need to cover the dang series. I might need to do a live stream for him. I might have to do it just to watch and see what the heck is happening, because that series is going to be good. And that might go 7 games. That series might go 7 games. The Flyers got swept. Yup. Man, I told Sixers didn't stand a chance. I'm sorry. Oh, man. Hey, listen, you don't got to be sorry, bro. Sixers are the ones that should be sorry. The Sixers are the ones that didn't come through. The Sixers are the ones that was just horrible. Sixers just did not do enough. They got destroyed. I got to give all the credit to the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks are a very good team. Very good team. Yes, hit the like button, everybody. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, everybody. What do you say? Bro, Embiid said yesterday they finally oh yeah, I read that. Hold up. Some dude tried to claim, I read that. I would sell my Sixer tickets too. We are a joke franchise. Yeah. Sixer fans should be going there yelling fire Murray and Nurse like most fan bases do. Selling it to the ops ain't cool to me. Yeah. Joel Embiid and Paul George is washed, just retire. Man, I'll say Joel Embiid hurt. I don't want to say he's completely washed, but he's not the same player he was. Paul George is washed. I will admit to that. But then again, I think you're considered washed if you can't stay healthy. So I get it all. I get everybody's narrative about Joel, but I feel like the biggest narrative should be around the GM and Daryl Morey for giving them the contract extensions. We wouldn't even be talking about this if Daryl Morey wasn't trying to be super proactive, and really what he's really doing is being super reactive and messing up the whole dang on team. You're being proactive like, oh, let me sign Joel Embiid before his contract is over to make sure he doesn't go to another team. Nick, brother, you messed us up. How do you even think like that? Oh, I'm going to make sure he stays with this franchise for another 3 years. When the man can't even finish a dang on season. Tell me how much sense does that make? And I love Joel Embiid, but let's keep it real. And then Paul George. Oh, my goodness. You wanted to give him that extra year because you liked the big name that came behind it. You like the attention that came behind it. You're not trying to build a team. You're just trying to build a celebrity team. A team, I guess, a celebrity team, like a fake all-star team, I guess. You just want to have a whole all-star team, but most of your all-stars are always hurt. How does that make sense? Both of your all-stars are hurt. You're paying 3 max players, and 2 out of the 3 are above 30, but not even just the age. They're above 30, and they're always hurt. Because you could be 30 and not be hurt. You could be 30 and still be good. Kobe Bryant was pretty darn good in his 30s. R.I.P. to Kobe. There's countless other players that were really good in their 30s. But these two ain't that. These two ain't that. So you're telling me you're signing 2 injury-prone all-stars, former all-stars, to sell tickets, not to win a championship. That's what you did. That's exactly what you did. Super chat, baby. Super chat, baby. Shout out to my guy, YT. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate it, bro. Bro, the Sixers and Flyers got swept. Thank you, A. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you so much for all y'all support, man. God bless everybody. Thank y'all so much, man, for the super chats. I didn't even see it until now. I'm super slow with the comments, y'all. I'm sorry. I try to read everybody's comment, but I know it's hard to do. But thank you so much for the super chats, and God bless it, y'all. Thank you so much. Thank y'all so much. Is Boston better than Knicks? No, not even close. Respectfully, no, not even close. Not now. I think the Boston Celtics going to have to get a center. I think that's their biggest weakness. Knicks won in season cup. Now they have energy, dog mentality to win finals. Yes. Yeah, they might. Yeah. Yo, Mike, what would you do, Joel and PG, for I don't think they would do that because you got to match the salaries. You got to match the salaries up. And the salaries, I don't know who you'll get in that trade. Honestly, I don't even want Giannis. Like, I like Giannis. He's a great player. He's an all-time great player. But respectfully, like, I kind of want to just start completely over. I don't want to get no superstar or all-star that's on another team unless it's select few. If it was Ant-Man, if it was Jason Tatum, if it was Luka, if it was Victor Wembanyama, there's a select few. I'm like, yeah, we'll go take them on our team. But I really don't want no superstar that is in his 30s that he's been having injury problems as well. And I will admit, Giannis is more of a Philly person than Paul George and even Joel Embiid. But at the same time, I just want to kind of start over, man. Like, I'd rather just get rid of Joel Embiid's contract somehow, some way, get rid of Paul George's contract somehow, some way, and then just start fresh, man. I want a fresh start for the franchise. Start with VJ Edgecombe and Tyrese Maxey. Build around the 2 guards, man. Build around them and go from there. But we have to fire Daryl Morey. Daryl Morey has to be fired. I don't want him making any more moves for the Sixers. He cannot be our GM and still make these moves. He's the one that got us in this situation. He's the one that signed Paul George. He's the one that gave Joel Embiid a 3-year contract extension. He's the one. So he cannot be part of this team. It starts with him. He has to go. Yeah, we could say trade Paul George, trade Joel Embiid, and I'm 100% with y'all. But the first person that has to go is the GM, the general manager, Daryl Morey. He's the number one guy. Murray treats roster building like the NBA. Yeah, 2K, yes. Like putting all the superstar players on one team. Facts, bro. Trade Embiid. I agree. Agreed. I want to start fresh. Yeah, I want to start fresh. How about Curry? I don't think Curry's ever getting traded. I mean, why would I not want Curry? But I feel like even with the Curry, like, why would he want to leave and go to a franchise that hasn't won in 40 years when he can just retire as one of the greatest shooter of all time and stay on one team? Why would Steph Curry want to come to the Sixers? That's the biggest question. I mean, I would love to have him on the team, but why would he want to come to the Sixers? You know what I mean? Like, why would he want to? And I say that respectfully because I love the Sixers, but I'm just being honest. Like, Steph Curry's the greatest shooter of all time. And it's like you come to a team that, like, I don't know, a team that doesn't win? No. Celtics have Nikola Vucevic. Has plenty good. Nah, it's not good enough, bro. Nikola Vucevic is not the same player. I can understand if you're talking about, nah, Vucevic is not the same. Nah, bro. Nah, I think you're wrong about that, bro. He said, trade Quentin Grimes and your bench, they suck. Yeah, we got to trade everybody besides the two guards. I love to draft Terrence Reed Jr. from UConn and Chris Connect from Houston. We need a center. You know what's crazy? I had to do my research on the draft, the prospects. I'm gonna give you my honest opinion. I made a video years ago on my other channel. If y'all haven't already, make sure y'all subscribe to my other channel as well, Mike Sports Vibes. It's my it's my first channel. I cover the Vikings on the channel, but I made a video the year that Stefan Castle, is it Stefan or Stefan Castle got drafted by the before he got drafted by the Spurs. I made a video about him and I'm like, yo, this guy's gonna be really good. And stuff, and it actually, I got that right. I finally got a prospect right. I finally was right about a prospect in the NBA that nobody was talking about. I was talking about Castle. I said, yo, he gonna be good. And Castle is really good with the Spurs. But yeah, and if y'all do have a Twitch, check out my Twitch account, Mike Sports Vibes. I do have a Twitch, trying to build that up to 50 followers on there. But make sure you hit the like button on this channel and hit the subscribe button. But yeah, I got 2 YouTube channels. This channel is Mike Sports Vibes 2, where I cover the NBA, cover the Sixers and the Phillies primarily, but I will be covering the NBA Finals. I will be covering the Eastern Conference Finals, and I will be covering the Western Conference Finals. On my other channel, I cover the Vikings. I'm a hybrid sports fan. But he said, Mike, it's crazy how when Philadelphia 76ers were playing the Boston Celtics, they were getting calls all day, but once they played against New York, they couldn't buy. No, you ain't lying. They let them play. Mike, all of a sudden, the New York Knicks is a great team. Yup. I truly believe that NBA is trying to get New York into the finals. I think New York is going to the finals. I honestly think they're the best overall team in the East. Because the thing about the weakness of the Pistons is they just don't have nobody. They don't have a guy. Like, people going to try to say Tobias Harris is their second best scorer. Like, they don't really got. Listen, bro, what you going to talk about? Who you going to say that can help out Kate Cunningham in scoring? If Kate Cunningham is struggling, who going to put the team on his back? What you going to say, Tobias Harris? What you going to say, Jalen Duren? What you going to say, Thompson? Who you going to say? Who going to put up 30 points if Kate Cunningham is shut down? You know they're going to put Josh Hart on them. They're going to throw some. If OG Anunoby comes back, listen, I love Kate Cunningham. He ain't going to have the series you think he's going to have against New York. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm just saying. Call me crazy, but he said, call me crazy, but I wouldn't mind keeping Jabari Walker. He was physical rebounder. The problem is, bro, I don't even know. I can't even come to the conclusion of keeping anybody besides Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe at this point, because everybody hasn't you didn't even give Walker an opportunity to even show. I was actually saying they should play Walker and Edwards against New York. Maybe I was wrong about Edwards, but maybe they should have played Walker, because I get it. I agree with you. He's more physical. So I definitely agree with that. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I don't know. Right now I just want to start over, bro. Like, I just want a complete fresh start with the Sixers. It's nothing personal with any one player, bro. But I just feel like they just need to trade Joel somehow, trade Paul George somehow, fire Daryl Morey, fire Nick Nurse, and go from there. And once they do that, build around your two guards and go from there and then see what happens, because I'm tired of losing. I'm tired of always saying if healthy. I'm tired of it. It's old. I'm done with it. And Sixer fans, I know all around the world are saying the same thing I'm saying right now. You know what I mean? It sucks. Ron Harper, youngest son, going to be really good, but the older son is nice, and the Celtics got to find some room for him. Okay. Jalen Duren is good, but he's not big enough. He's going to get destroyed by Towns, bro. He's going to get if they play, bro, he's going to get destroyed by Towns, bro. Like, I like Jalen Duren. I'm not saying Jalen Duren isn't a good player, but I don't see another player on the Pistons that can get. After Cade Cunningham, who's going to get you 20 consistently? Please don't tell me Tobias Harris. Please don't tell me Tobias Harris, respectfully. All right, let me say 25 points. Who's going to get? If Cade Cunningham is struggling, it's like, who else? See, what the New York Knicks have, not only they have Jalen Brunson. So say if you cancel out Jalen Brunson, which I don't know how that's going to happen, but say you do cancel him out. You still got Towns. You still got Mikal Bridges. You still got OG Anunoby. You even got Josh Hart. You got Miles McBride. Listen, bro, I could just listen. They just a deeper team, bro. And listen, I just don't see anybody beating New York. And listen, maybe they might prove me wrong. I've been wrong a lot. Pistons is a heck of a team, but I've been wrong a lot, so I could be wrong about this. I could be wrong. Maybe Detroit, if they do beat the Cavs, maybe Detroit can win against the New York Knicks. I don't know. I really don't. I'm just a Sixer fan giving you my opinion about the situation. I don't know who's gonna win the Eastern Conference Finals, but I believe that the Knicks are going to represent the East in the finals. Coming from a Sixer fan opinion. Mike, do you see the elbow Wemby thrown at the back? ESPN tried to clean it up by saying Wemby is not a dirty player. Yeah, I don't think Wemby is a dirty player, but like I said, you got to give credit to the Timberwolves. I know it was a sacrifice of getting hit in the face, elbowed in the face, but at the same time, are those turkeys or vultures? Hold on, I'm going to show y'all this, y'all. Hold on real quick. I think those are vultures. Try to get a closer look. Yeah, those are vultures. Those are not turkeys. Oh my gosh, they're flying. Oh, wow. 4 vultures. But anyway, get back to what I was saying. What was I saying? Yeah, I feel like the Timberwolves did their job. You sacrificed your face a little bit. You sacrificed your face, your head. But at the end of the day, that sacrifice got Victor kicked out the game. You got Victor Wembanyama to get kicked out the game because he got in his feelings. So that was a good thing. You know what the greatest things about certain players, right? You get in their head, make them do things that's not uncharacteristic. And also, if you have a player that can get another player in foul trouble, the goal is to mess up the strategy of the opposing team. If you get players in foul trouble, you're knocking them out the game eventually. But if you get them ejected, that's a different story. I don't know what happened. See, I don't know the full story because I haven't been watching the series. So I can't really give you my real opinion about it besides the Timberwolves did their job. Whatever they did to Victor Wembanyama to get in his head, they did their job. Is the Supersonics coming back to the... Oh, that would be cool, man. I always loved the name Supersonics. I think that's really cool. I don't know, bro. Just compete at least. I agree. Hey, boy, Mike Sports Vibes, what's good, Big Taz? Don't forget Mitch Robinson. Mitch Robinson will be good against Jalen Duren, but yeah, Mitch Robinson, he's a good defender. But he's not one of the guys I think about at first. When I think of the Knicks, I don't think about Mitch Robinson. Respectfully, I think of everybody. I think of Jalen Brunson. I think of Towns. I think of OG Anunoby. I think of Mikal Bridges. I think of Josh Hart. I don't think of Mitch Robinson, respectfully to him. I went live about 50 minutes ago. About 50 minutes ago. I'm about to get off in a little bit, though. But thank you for being tuned in. And congrats to your New York Knicks beating my team, man. Like, you're heck of a team. New York definitely beat the brakes off of us. I don't got nothing bad to say about New York, man. Listen, just like I could take the smoke, man. I was talking heavy. I thought we had a chance against y'all. We had no chance against the New York Knicks, man. Not even close. We looked like we were a old team versus a team that's ready to win a championship. Y'all look like y'all definitely true contenders. I hate to admit it, but I'm being honest. And I'm not just saying it just to say because y'all beat us. I'm saying it because y'all proved it by beating us the way you beat us. See, y'all didn't just beat us, right? You swept us and you blew us out multiple times in the series. It wasn't just a normal, oh, we're going to beat them by 1 or 2 points every game. No, y'all beat the brakes off of us. So it's a little bit different. Tobias Harris, hopefully he will show up. But most of the times, he's like the movie disappearing act. Can't find the brother sometimes. That's a fact, Tom. When did you go? Read that. Do you think Wemby should have been suspended? Nah, I don't think he should be suspended. Now, if there was real serious consequences with the injury, like say he had a concussion, right? Now, if he had a concussion or say he was bleeding out of his nose from getting hit in the head, I think there should be a suspension, but I think they're going to give him a fine, and they already ejected him out for the game. Take some of his money, but I wouldn't want to suspend him because of the fact he's so important. Now, if he does it again, that's different, but I don't see Victor Wembanyama as a guy that does stuff like that. Like, Victor Wembanyama don't seem like he that type of guy. Like, listen, I don't know what happened, so that's what I'm saying. I'm only getting what I seen on TV. I'm not getting the full story about what happened to him. Somebody might have elbowed him. Somebody might have been fouling him, and the ref wasn't giving him the call, and he got in his head, and he just threw the elbow. I have no clue. But what I seen on the replay, he was super frustrated, bro. He tried to play it off and be like, oh, I didn't mean to do that. But bro, you meant to do that. You meant to elbow that man in the head. I don't think he's a bad person. I don't think he meant to hurt him all like that. I think that was more of, I'm trying to get respect because they doing too much. I don't think he's just a dirty player that just elbows dudes in the head. Like, I don't believe that. Victor Wembanyama not even built like that. I don't think that's the case. Mitchell Robinson from the country, he's built strong. Mitch Clarkson was forgotten. Yeah, I like Clarkson, but I don't think of them first. You going to the bench, you talking about, I get it. I don't think of them at first. Yeah, they're good role players, but I don't think of them at first. When I think of the New York Knicks, I think of the 5 that I named, or the 6 that I named. Now those are turkey. No. They're not turkeys, bro. They're vultures, bro. They're vultures. I seen them fly. They're vultures, bro. Mike, I gotta check it out. Go. Yeah, bro. Yeah, big task. Hopefully the Knicks don't play the Dallas hosts. Can you cover the Knicks? Yes, I'm doing the Eastern Conference Finals. Y'all in the Eastern Conference Finals, so I'm gonna be covering the Knicks. Unfortunately, I have to cover the Knicks. Everybody in the building, hit the like button. They're saying I only got 0. I think I got 0 people in the building. I don't know if that's true or not, but if you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button. Hit the like button, everybody that hasn't, and hit the subscribe button. But yeah, I will be covering the Knicks. Unfortunately, I will have to cover the Knicks. I will have to cover the Knicks. I believe Wemby is going to get fined. I don't believe he's going to lose any games because because of first offense. Yes, like he ain't Draymond. Yes, he don't got that reputation. Mike, that's not true. Don't believe what YouTube is saying. There's more. Yeah, I know. They said I only had zero, they said I had 0 people in the chat, and I don't know how true that is. That's why I always say hit the like button. It's not because I don't want to keep saying it, but I say it because I know, like, I don't want to say it just playing with the numbers, but it's like they'll say I have 0 people in the building, but I have like 10 people in the building. Or they'll say I have 1 person in the building and I really have 20 people in the building. It's like, so that's why I say hit the like button, because because it makes YouTube kind of get it together. You know what I mean? All right, well, yeah, let me get the accurate numbers together. That's what I'm hoping it's doing. I don't know how true that is either, but I'm just saying. It's weird. 76ers might as well make trades with the Nets, Wizards, and Pelicans or Pacers. Hey, listen, whatever they got to do, I'm down with it, bro. Whatever you have to do to get rid of Joel Embiid and Paul George, I'm down. But before they do it, they have to fire Daryl Morey. They need to fire Nick Nurse. I'm going to do some research on a GM. I'm also going to do research on a coach, because I haven't did any research. The season just ended yesterday. So I haven't done any research on a potential GM or a head coach. So I have to do that. I have to figure out who could be available, because this is bad, man. This is bad. Sixers really got swept. You know how bad that is? Like, the Sixers really just got swept, bro. And it's like, and it's not even that they got swept. It's how they got swept. They got beat down. Like, the Knicks really came into Philly and beat us down. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. They got beat by 19 points in the first quarter. They got beat by, how many points? At halftime, they were down by 24 points. 144 to 114. Lost by 30 points in your home building. At one point, you were losing by 40-something points. What an embarrassing performance. No heart, no desire to win, and there needs to be changes. There needs to be changes. I like Joel Embiid, but he got to go. He needs a new scenery. Paul George, Podcast P, Pinky P, he got to go. He needs a new scenery. I'm tired of it. If there's any desperate teams for the Sixers, please call. Who are you going to call? Call the Sixers, man. We need anybody to take those contracts. Anybody. If you're desperate enough to make that mistake, potentially, especially with Paul George and even with Joel Embiid, call the Sixers, and we'll give you a 2-time scoring champion, an MVP. We'll give you all that, man. We'll give you a Paul George that's a 2-way player that will give you 7 points in an elimination game. We'll give you a Joel Embiid that will score 24 points even though he's playing on one leg. We'll give that to you. You know what I mean? If you're a desperate enough team, call the Sixers, but just don't call Murray. Matter of fact, call me, My Sports Vibes. I can make the deal happen. But Murray is going to mess it up, because Murray would be like, oh, let's do this. Let's trade Joel Embiid for Zion Williamson. Another injury prone. He's a little bit younger, but he don't never play as well. That's what Daryl Morey would do. Well, I got to get a star back in return. I can't just trade Joel Embiid for a bunch of role players, which I don't care about that. Do it. I don't care. Do it. Do whatever it takes. Daryl Morey's going to be like, oh, well, if you want Paul George, let me get another injury-prone player. Let me think of an injury-prone player. Let's go with, who's another injury-prone player that's in the NBA right now? I don't know. I can't think off the top of my head. But you get where I'm saying. He's going to want a big name in return. And that's why I say Daryl Morey needs to be fired. Before any moves are made, Daryl Morey needs to be fired. Daryl Morey needs to be fired. Before we make any moves. If we make a move before Daryl Morey is fired, shame on the owner of the team, Harris. Shame on the owner. I don't know. Every time I walk right here, y'all, I'm going to show you this real quick. I see some deers down here, right? Every time I look right here, y'all, I don't know why I get like prehistoric dinosaur vibes, man. I don't know why I be feeling like that. I walk right here. I mean, I remember I was walking on this trail, like right here, and there was a deer. This is the trail. And like right here, there was like a deer sitting right here, just laying down, just posted up. And it scared me because I thought the deer was dead or it was hurt or something, and it just ran away as soon as I got close. But it's like this area right here gives me like prehistoric dinosaur vibes, man. Like this tree right here looks like prehistoric. It looks like it's like charred up, like it was a fire or something on it. Look, it looks like it's burnt. Or what is it? Is it rotted? I don't know what the heck I'm looking at. But it just seems like it's prehistoric over here, man. I don't know. Every time I walk right here, it's like, it's weird. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it, y'all. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. But like right here, it's like you just walking over here. And you gotta be careful on this trail right here because deers be coming and running across the trail. I'm walking on the trail. Deers ain't scared of you over here. They got no hunting signs all over here. So, they not scared of humans. Yeah, like right here, no hunting. No hunting. No hunting. But shout out everybody in the building, man. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Yeah, man. I might have to be the GM time. Anobi, Anthony Davis. All right, so we gonna trade Paul George for Anthony Davis. Like that's what Daryl Morey would do. Daryl Morey does not listen, bro. He's only good at drafting. Everything else, he is not good at. Respectfully speaking, prehistoric dinosaur vibes. Yeah, bro. I respect Tyrese Maxey, but he more of a Robin. Yes, I was thinking that too. We gonna see. Once we get rid of Joel Embiid and Paul George, we're going to see if he can be the guy. You know what I mean? We'll definitely be able to see. Because there's no excuses at that point, definitely, right? But they have to somehow get rid of Joel Embiid's contract. Joel Embiid's contract is so brutal, bro. It's brutal. It's brutal. Paul George's contract is brutal. Terrible contracts, man. Like, Daryl Morey, you're the worst GM, bro. Like, real talk, I ain't trying to come at you personally, bro. But when it comes to building a championship team, bro, you're probably one of the worst GMs in Sixer history, bro. One of the worst, bro. You really put us backwards with these signings, bro. With these contracts, bro. Besides Tyrese Maxey's max contract, you really messed us up. Like, what was you thinking? But yeah, shout out to everybody in the building, man. I'm about to get off this live stream. I will be live for the Eastern Conference Finals, Western Conference Finals. I honestly might even go live for the Cavs versus the Pistons. Maybe not today. We'll see. We'll see how long the series goes. I might have to do a play-by-play for that series. But I'll definitely be live for the Eastern Conference Finals, Western Conference Finals, NBA Finals. And, of course, I am a Sixer fan. I am a Phillies fan. But I always say sports is designed to bring us together, not separate us. Even if you're not a Sixer fan or Phillies fan, hit the like button. It really help out the channel. Hit the subscribe button. It really will help the channel out. And, yeah. God bless to y'all. Have a wonderful day. Jesus Christ loves y'all. And I love that comment. Thank you for that comment. That's true. No trade needed. I don't know about that. I don't know about that second comment. What you mean no trade needed? Hold on now. What you mean? No trade in Joel? No trade in what you mean? No trade in Joel or Paul George? What you mean? We need a trade, bro. I'm not sure, man. Give me some more information than that, please. What you mean no trade needed? I gotta figure out what you're talking about, brother. Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you're saying. All right, y'all. Peace out, y'all. God bless, and I'm out. Oh, hold on. One more year with that. No. Come on, brother. Don't do that to us. Don't do that to us, bro. Don't do that. What's up, Approach? Shout out to you. No, bro. I can't. I don't agree with that. Respectfully, I disagree with that. We need to make a trade. We cannot keep Joel Embiid and Paul George and Daryl Morey as the GM and Nick Nurse as the coach. As much as I respect Joel, he has to go. As much as what I'll say about Paul George, he has to go. Respectfully speaking, we're trying to win a championship, and I hate saying every single year, if this guy's healthy, if that guy's healthy, if the Sixers are healthy. I'm tired of saying the same thing every single year. And on top of that, you have two potential superstars in VJ Edgecombe and Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey's already a star. He's already an all-star. But he could be a superstar if we build around him. We can't build around players that are hurt all the time, and we have to make a change. We can't keep we can't keep doing what we're doing and expect to beat the top teams in the East. We got swept by the Knicks for many reasons, but one of the biggest reasons is Daryl Morey wanted to sign Paul George. Another reason is we didn't build our bench. Another reason is you literally just gave Joel and Paul George max contracts, or extension for Joel and a max for PG, and Paul George scored 7 points in a whole entire game. In the amount of minutes he played, he scored 7 points. Joel Embiid is hobbled on one leg and scored 24 points. And that was sucky too. So you could at least give me 20. If we're going to go down like that, give me at least 20, Paul George. Give me at least 20. No excuses. I'm over it. I want to move on. I feel like we need to go in another direction. Yes, we need a new coach. Yeah, we need a new owner too, but I can't even go as far up as the owner because that's the owner. I mean, of course I would like to get new owners too. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna say her cat. But at least can we get we need a new owner. You're right. We gotta start from the very top. You ain't even lying, bro. You talking that real talk. Yeah. They took a play from Celtics book, Jack threes. Yeah, man, they were jacking threes up and bricking for chicken, bro. They was bricking for chicken, bro, all game from three. They were horrible. I need everybody in the building. Can I get 20 likes on this live stream? Everybody hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It really will help the channel out. Trying to get to my first 1,000 subscribers on this channel, and I'm about 60-something away from that goal. So please make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We cover the Sixers, we cover the Phillies, but but everybody's welcome to the YouTube family, whether you're a Sixer fan or not, whether you're a Phillies fan or not. We will be covering the NBA Finals. We will be covering the Western Conference Finals and the Eastern Conference Finals, play-by-play, old school style with the scoreboard and everything. So make sure y'all hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Shout out to everybody in the building. Yeah, they were chucking up a lot of threes, man. Just bricking for chicken and just looking horrible, man. I ain't like what I seen, man. I ain't gonna sit here and lie, man. That was horrible. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. Like the Sixers really got beat down at home. The Sixers did not show up, and I'm a delusional Sixer fan, but I got to keep it real. The Sixers did not show up. They was already booking their tickets to Cancun. They was booking their tickets to go on vacation. They did not care about yesterday's game, and Sixer fans deserve a lot better. And that's another reason why we need to start fresh, because Sixer fans deserve way better than this. Like, we keep losing. We're spending our hard-earned money to go to a game to get beat down by 30 points in an elimination playoff game. And you have your best player in Joel Embiid saying something about success. And like I said before, Sixers and success does not go together. I don't care that listen, I'm happy we beat the Celtics. But what's the point of beating them and get swept by the New York Knicks? You know what I mean? Like, we want to win a championship. It's been 40-plus years and we haven't won. So forget all that success. It was success in Joel Embiid's eyes. That's not successful in my eyes. I want to win a championship. And if you got your best player thinking that this season was a success, then we're in a world of trouble. We're in a world of trouble. I'm just being honest. But shout out to everybody in the building, man. Appreciate y'all, man. God bless to y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button on your way out. I'm about to get off. And until next time, y'all, I'll be live soon. I'm probably going to go live for... All right, so today's game is what game? Is it the Cavs, Pistons, I believe. But I think I'll go live for the game tomorrow. Whoever plays tomorrow, I'll probably go live. But all right, y'all, I'm out, y'all. Peace out.